Bosh, right then people, up the tube and all that. Right, well, what can I say? Back to sunny old England. We are back down to 0 degrees. Obviously, I've just got back from Spain, for those of you that don't know. Yeah, nice surprise holiday from the wife. So big ups. Absolutely buzzing for that. Did manage to get a little bit of fishing in as well while I was over there. Had a couple of small gilt-headed bream. Some other small bits and pieces, I don't even know what they are. Little wrasse and things like that. But yeah, that was a banger. Didn't do any filming or anything, you know, because weren't really supposed to be fishing. It was meant to be me and Lauren spending time. But 30th birthday, she knows I love fishing, so we rented a few rods and set a few fish out. But we are back in England now. So I was meant to go fishing with Chris on Friday, just after it dipped down from the storm, but or before the storm even. But unfortunately, obviously, well, not unfortunately, fortunately for me, unfortunately for Chris, I had to go away. So I rang him when I woke up in the morning saying, sorry mate, I'm in Spain. Have fun in the storm. But so been back about a day. Well, not even a day really, about 13 hours. So just finished work. So I thought we'd come down, get a quick session in before the wind goes southeasterly for the weekend. And so yeah, here we are. We're down on Dawlish Wall today. It's a little bit different. Usually we fish Dawlish Warren, but come down to Dawlish today. I haven't actually fished it yet since they replaced it. So it's been a fair few years. Chris got down here early. He's had a few dogfish so far. A few what he thinks is whiting bites, but hopefully, obviously the water's still brown, so there might be a bass or two left out there, but you never know. Obviously today, tactics-wise, is pretty similar. We're going to be sticking to the long pulley pedals. I might make them a bit shorter today, just because near Corrigan Cove where we're fishing, there's a bit of rough ground there, so I might whack one over the top of that and see if I can't pull a fish off the back and get it up over the reef. But just try something a little bit different, see if we can see a different species out or something like that. Obviously got the Zoltron rod, 10 fathom reels, and yeah, I did have to re-spool them because I bought some Ultima line, £18, and I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was from fishing. We went up to Selworthy the other weekend, and where the sand was going over and it was a bit rough, I could literally put my hands around it, give it a yank and it'd snap. So obviously didn't want to go losing any fish, so I've re-spooled both my reels. I've got some Sakuma crystal on there now, and that's plenty strong enough. So anyway, we're going to get these rods set up, and hopefully we'll see a few fish out. We'll go through baits and that in a minute, but let's just get the rigs tied on, shall us? In a bit. Bosh, right then people. Crack open the old flask. Don't know if you can see in there, got plenty of blast frozen sand eels from Wriggler's baits. Hopefully they're going to do the job tonight. Lovely sand eels. Right, head. Just behind the eyes there, guys. That's how I do it anyway. Obviously everyone has their own ways of doing things. And then I slightly bend them, just so to make sure they're dead straight. Thumb-sized baits today. Obviously we are outdoors, so we're not after anything huge. Well, you never know. I mean, we might get something huge. I just need to put this light on a second. There we go. I've decided I'm not going to use a pulley panel. I'm going to use a running up and over. I have made it short, so it's about, my rig body is about a foot in length. The trace is about 2 foot, so 3 foot altogether. I've got a little size 2 chinny there. And yeah, just a single hook today. Single sand eels, getting them as far as I possibly can out there. Chris has bought some crabs. So obviously crab man Chris, he's always got crab. So you never know, might try one of them later on the incoming tide, but at the moment, on this back tide, we're just going to whack some fish baits out. Well, to be fair, we'll keep sand eel on one rod, because I'd like to try and get a small-eyed ray out really. I mean, to get them out Dawlish Warren, we're only a beach across, so I mean, if I can hit it far enough over the back of the reef, hopefully there'll be a few rays sat in there, but I don't know, you never know. But I was a little bit gutted. Well, I wasn't gutted, I was glad that I went on holiday, but I was a little bit gutted because obviously this weekend just gone, we had a really big storm. Bert was here, and a few people went out fishing after it, after the worst of it, and had some really, really nice fish. So a little bit gutted. Well, not gutted, you know, there'll be another storm, but yeah, since some nice, I think there was some nice spur dogs up to £15, blondes up to 17, and I really would have liked to have gone down there and tried, but I mean, now everyone's down there. I got a phone call from my friend saying there's about 20 anglers down that end of the coast, so decided to come out to Dawlish Warren. Obviously we've got the southeasterly, there you go, lovely single sand deal. I'm gonna get that one clipped down and sent out now. I have got size 7 lead just to try and get me a bit of extra distance. Like I was saying, obviously there's a southeasterly wind on the weekend, so depending on how bad it is, me and Chris are going to find somewhere where we can fish that's fishable. Conditions might be a bit miserable, but as long as it's fishable and we can get a lead out, yeah, it should be good. So hopefully we see a few fish out in that wind, and yeah, anyway, we're going to get this one clipped down, sent out, and hopefully we'll get you something nice other than the dogfish. I mean, you do get a lot of dogfish out Dawlish. You get the odd bass, whiting, pout, but I would like to get a ray from here. I've never had one from Dawlish, or maybe like, I don't know, you do get maybe a lake smooth hound or something like that. But bass is priority for tonight. Chris has said let's go out the Dawlish, try for a bass. Was going to go out the Warren, but we fished there a few times now. It's not a lot further, it's literally a beach away, but I mean, a lot of people could probably, well, actually no, they probably can't cast that far. A couple of casts and you'll be basically in the same water. So there you go, we're going to get this one clipped down now. This does sit really well, this small hook. I mean, it's a bit more fiddlier to get it on. There we go. And there you have it. You know what I mean? Bosh. Lovely single sand deal. Sorry I froze there a little bit. I'm after the old thumbnail, aren't I? Bosh! But yeah, we're going to get these ones clipped down, sent out, and hopefully see a decent fish in a bit. Bosh! And there you have it, guys. Species number 1. It's only a small pout, but at the end of the day, we're beating the blank. We've got a fish on the bank, so I'm absolutely buzzing. It's literally been out about 5 minutes. Definitely casting far enough. The lead didn't get stuck in the reef or anything like that, so it's definitely fishable if you can hit over just over 100 yards, maybe a bit further. That way, if the tide is pulling, it's not going to pull you into the reef. But yeah, there you go, couple of little taps, and this one's very lively, so we're going to get him back. But yeah, bosh! Fish number 1 in a bit. Bosh, right then, people. There you go. Dogfish, Mr. Dogfish. I'm not going to try and blind you with the camera, but there you go. For those of you that haven't seen one before, they look like mini sharks. Mini sharks. But yeah, I know a lot of you have seen it, but we do love a lot. Holiday brain's still on. We do love a girt dogfish on this channel. They have saved many a blank, but you know, all fish are treated the same. This one's got really lovely eyes. Well, that's how you meant to talk to women, not fish, isn't it? But yeah, there you go. So, fish number 2. This one isn't mine, this one's Chris's. He's actually fishing on the beach. I'm going to go and join him in about maybe an hour or so, because there will not be enough water left here for me to fish. Because obviously at the minute I'm picking the fish up, dragging them along the surface. But soon, when the water gets really low and the reef's there, you know, I'm not going to be able to pick them up and reel them in midair, am I? So yeah, I'm going to go and join him on the beach. But for the minute, we're going to see if we can't see a different species out from the back of the reef. But yeah, there you have it. Chris's dogfish. So it's one apiece since I've been here. So competition is on, as always. So let's see if we can't do some more damage in a bit. Right, people, just had a little few taps on this rod. See what we got. Or if we got anything. My eyes lined up right. There we are. Definitely a bit of weight there. Oh, we got a fish. We got a fish. Unless I just dropped it, that'll be embarrassing. That's got a bit light. How many have you dropped today, Chris? Many?
Got the pole earlier. Strap. That's it. Oh, the dog. Oh, that's a bite.
Oh, there you go. Chris has just had a bite. Lovely pullover. God, I've reeled this in awful, you know. Come on! Woohoo! Temperature's dropping down. I think I missed it. Or dropped it. Oh. It's a Gert Snot Rocket. Oh, there you go, look. Little conger eel. 2-1 since I've been here anyway, so I'm in the lead. Your fish before don't count, right, Chris? So we're going to get this little chap on hooked. And yeah, Chris had about 10 dogfish before I arrived. So it's, oh, is that a better fish? Oh, Chris is into a good fish, so I'm going to go and help him in a bit. Hey, and this is what we came for, ladies and gentlemen.
I knew it was a fast.
Have you got him?
Yeah.
Woohoo! Rod went over. Absolute lovely bite.
Right in the scissors. Well.
Right in the scissors. Down on the old Dawlish wall. Just round the corner from Corrigan Cove. Oh, have you got him there or what? He's flapping around. Got to be a little bit careful because they do have quite big spikes on them. And here he comes. Lovely keeper bass. Woo-hoo-hoo! There you go, look at that Gert Bar Silver, boy! Absolute banger. Nice bass off the beach. Definitely one for the table, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pull him back a little bit. There he goes, look. Absolutely lovely. Nice spikes on it. Well in,
Was he
chap.
about £4?
I don't know, about 2.5 I reckon. 2.5, hopefully they get bigger. Let's get it in a bit. Gosh, right people, well, we're both wrong. Just got it on the scales. £3.2, which is still a good fish. And we were both buzzing. We haven't had a fish out Dawlish way for a while. Obviously it's still early in the session as well. We're about an hour or two from low, so we're going to fish it halfway back up. So hopefully we see a few more bass. But yeah, imagine I just had a little strap and then Chris's rod's gone over. Just made me look a bit silly, didn't he? But yeah, going to get the rods back out now. Obviously he's using some clam that he had left over in the freezer. So hopefully we'll see some more in a bit. Gosh, right people, well, temperature has dropped. Hands are starting to get a little bit cold, jacket's on. But we're still going to stick it out. We've just hit low water. I've had a couple of little nibbles each. Chris just had a slat liner and he actually had his trace bit through. So yeah, not sure. I know there's been a few spur dogs out lately. Not around where we are, but obviously further down the coast. But obviously the water's dirty, there's bait out there, it's been churned up over the last few days. So we never know, it could have been that. It was literally a little bang, 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 slack line, and then lifted into it, nothing there, and his hook's completely gone. So yeah, a bit of a strange one. We've never had that happen down here before. Well, out the Warren, but we're not out the Warren today, we're down in Dawlish. So yeah, well actually there might be spider crabs and that down here. We don't fish it very often, but we're right next to the reef. There's like a little, how do I explain it? So when you go under the tunnel in Dawlish, you go to the right and you go round and there's a big bay. Usually we fish it over high water and we fish it off of the top, but we're actually down on the sand on the front, hitting the lead out. Just literally where the Corrigan Cove, there's like a little, oh, what's that? What's the thingy called? You know, the big concrete bar that goes out. Has that got a name? Pout Wall, that's the one. Sorry, mine threw a blank there. I lived there quite long, so don't know why I forgot it. But yeah, where Pout Wall is, we're literally fishing just right next to that. And behind Pout Wall there's a big reef. I was fishing off the top before, but I've dropped back down onto the sand now. Obviously low water. I might go back over there a bit later on if we get enough water back, but we've already got about 2.5, 3 hours left. So yeah, we're going to fish it back up hopefully see another bass. I wouldn't mind getting a nice bass out. It's been a minute. I don't think I've had a really big one this year. Nothing over like the 2-3 pound mark, but obviously Chris just had a nice fish there. He's going to have that one for the table. Obviously from December, January, February, you can't keep them. So, you know, got one out. So it'd be nice to get one out for the table. You know, Grandad liked this cod, so he'll probably like a bass as well. Yeah, anyway, so we're going to get some more baits on, send them out, and hopefully we'll have a few more fish in a bit. Well, Chris has just had a few taps. It looks like his rod's still bumping away there. What bait you got on there, Chris?
Razor.
Bit of razor clam. So let's see if he can produce the goods. Just feeling for the bite now. What you're looking for when you're holding your rod, you'll feel the tap, 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 tap. And then all of a sudden your rod will pull towards the sea. And that's when you hit it. You don't get them all the time. Sometimes they hit themselves. But it's a good way to make sure you sink the hook in properly and hit the bite at the right time. Well, you can't feel the bite for a minute, so it's going back in the stand. I'll bring you back if the fish comes back. Right. See if we can get a few taps. There we go, look. Well, that was Chris striking. Is that a fish on? Chris is stuck in the reef. That little fish just took him in there. I'm getting a few taps on the right hand rod. Pretty sure it's a small conger. We'll bring it in, have a look, and see if it's either took the bait or it's sat on there. Obviously I'm using the Zolkrons, so they are quite a stiff rod. So when you get small straps and stuff, you normally get the bite indication, and then yeah, they usually just sat on there. Right, let's give it a check. Gosh, right then people. Well, Chris has just managed to catch one of the little culprits that have been giving us the old love taps. My bait was stripped, I just reeled my rod in, but just put a fresh sand eel back out there. Hopefully the tide's literally about half an hour to an hour coming in now. So yeah, hopefully that brings a ray to shore, or hopefully, well, maybe even a big bass. But this bait here, this fish here, I'm actually going to keep as bait. So that one's going to go in the bait tray. So just pop that down there. I'm going to fillet both sides off. Whack it, obviously, because there are big bass out there. Well, you know, if they're that size, if there's 3 pounders there, you know, there could be 6, 7 pounders. I know someone that's had an 11 pounder from this spot. So yeah, gonna cut the whiting down both sides and put one side on one rod and one side on the other to see if it can produce us a bigger fish. Obviously we're getting lots of little love taps, and that just goes to show how many pout are out there. So I mean, if the pout are out there, they are bait fish, so hopefully there's something out there swallowing them up. Right, if not, there might be a nice conger or something like that out there. But gonna try and go for something a bit bigger now. We've had a few smaller fish, and oh yeah, that's about it. Bosh, in a bit. We had a few more small straps and things like that, bits and pieces, but we decided to knock it on the head. Obviously we've got a nice big sea on, so we've popped down the coast a little bit to try and get some ray out, and first cast, bosh, there you go. Absolutely mega fish. This one's a male. Oh, absolute girt lump. We are going to get it on the scales in a minute, but there you go. Woo! On the fish, first cast. We're here for about 5 or 6 hours as well, so hopefully it's a rare cast and it'll be a lovely night and it's not a curse of the first fish. Hopefully we'll see Chris. Is that a slack liner?
Slack liner.
I've got a slack liner on the other rod, it's kicking off. Hopefully we'll get Chris a nice big ray out today. We'll weigh this one in a minute, and I've got to get that fish in a bit. Oh, it's right then, people. There's another quick look. Absolute lovely small line, 6 pound 6. Woo, not a bad fish. Anything over 5 is a good fish for me. I mean, if we get anything over 10 pound, we'll be absolutely buzzing. But yeah, went like a train, and we're going to get this chap back now. I literally just had another bite on my other rod, and can't see, got no light. There he is. So that's 2 casts, 2 fish. I missed that slack liner a minute ago because I was messing around with the camera, but we have got a pout there, lovely pout. I'm going to keep that one for bait because we haven't got a lot of bait, so we didn't realise it was going to be fishing this well. So I'm going to cut that into 4, and that's 4 new baits. Absolutely buzzing. Right, in a bit. Bosh, right people. There we go. Managed to land this bad boy. About the same sort of size. Absolute lovely small-eyed. Oh, yeah, another female or male? Female this time. Absolute peach. But bit of a nightmare. Obviously there's a really big swell on. Chris has dropped 1, I've dropped 2, and I just managed to land this one. So we've hooked into 5 so far, but the night's still young, so hopefully we'll get a few more. I am using running up and overs today, guys. We've got sanding and squid baits going out, and this is what we're being rewarded with. So hopefully we'll see a fair few more, and you never know, maybe even a double. It'd be nice for Chris to get his first double tonight as well. Absolutely buzzing. In a bit. Bosh, right people? Christmas spirit and all that. There you go. Oh, ray number 3. £9. Was it 9.2 or 9.3? 9.2. £9, 2 ounces. Absolute slab. First specimen of the session. Woo! There she is, look, giving you a little wave. Absolute peach. Bosh. Right, well, the fishing's been quite hard. I mean, we've lost 5 ray between us in the surf. We managed to get this one. Chris went down and got it for me. We've got another 2 in the pool as well. So yeah, 3 fish landed, 8 fish hooked, and yeah, we've still got a couple hours left. Fish have just started feeding again, so absolutely buzzing. Right, anyway, let's hope Chris can get one out next in a bit. Bosh, and there you have it, guys. Another small-eyed. This one's a little bit smaller. Oh, probably a good fight though. There you go. Probably around maybe £4, £3.5, something like that. But yeah, that's number 4 so far. So 4 landed on. It's either 4 or 5 lost, but yeah, it's kicking off. Well, what can I say? Incoming tide, perfect conditions. Unfortunately, Chris, we're using the same bait, the same rigs and everything, but Chris hasn't picked one up yet. But I'm sure it's only a matter of time. And there you go. Another lovely small-eyed. I am using the running up and over rigs, and yeah, they're working a treat. Right, get this one in the pool. See you in a bit. Bosh, right there, lovely people. Well, what can I say? It's been emotional. That's right. It's been a good evening. I've had we've sent a few fish out. You know, obviously the target for tonight was a small-eyed ray. Absolutely smashed that. So me and Chris are starting to get a bit tired, a little bit cold. So we're gonna call it early and make our way home. But I've got like there's 5 fish in the pool at the moment. So yeah, gonna have to get them back and then put the rods away. But as always, if I don't see you before, I'll see you after, and if not, I'll see you on the bank in a bit.